We're here celebrating ATCO Energy's 10-year anniversary. I'm Lucas Roberts, ATCO Energy's motion graphics designer, and wholly underqualified to be talking to my guest here today, Amanda.
Hi, Lucas. Thanks. I'm really excited to be here and share my experiences over the last 10 years at ATCO Energy. My name is Amanda Carstairs, and I'm the director of the contact center. I have been at ATCO for 21 years. Yes, they used to have child labor. But I had the fortunate experience of starting my career in ATCO Gas and ATCO Electric and having many different roles. But when we decided to re-enter the market with ATCO Energy just over 10 years ago, I had a vice president, Shirley Ahern, come to me and say, Amanda, I think this is going to be a really good career move for you. It's really exciting. You're going to get to do lots of different things. Why don't you come join us? So that's how I got here.
Amazing. We've heard from so many people talking about how they first joined ATCO Energy, and it's like, it feels like they just went around the company and poached the very best. And it's so encouraging to hear that, like, from day zero, you were there and you're still here today, like bringing your best and being such a huge part of the team. And I love that. Can you tell me a little bit about what first brought you here to ATCO Energy?
You bet. I think I could be the poster child about working up in an organization. I started as an advisor when there was no more advisors that there is now. So I was really responsible for building and training our contact center that we had originally signed with in Toronto. And from that, I kind of worked my way up through that team. So I managed our experience support team that's currently managing all of our training and development. And then I got the most exciting opportunity of my career, which was to work on the project to repatriate the contact center back to Calgary here. When we decided that Albertans were telling us when they called, they wanted to talk to someone in Calgary, boots on the ground in Alberta. So we worked through that project. And after that, I had an opportunity to apply on a job to really manage that contact center. I was in Edmonton at the time. It was a big decision to move my family here. I always say thank you to my husband who gave up his job and said, I'm going to bet on you. And so we moved our family here.
Wow.
6 years ago. It was the best experience.
That's amazing. Can you tell me about how your role has evolved over the years?
You bet. So after the repatriation, I was responsible for the contact center, which involved a workforce management team and the experience support team that I had formerly led. So we managed that. And then as the years went on, we grew. We got more accountability. So we kind of led into the customer obsession pieces, where we then hired a customer experience team, as well as just recently we've taken on kind of our small medium business dedicated team. So I evolved from the positions through there to kind of manage all through those teams.
Wow. So like early days, we're talking, you're just doing everything, spread across, wearing so many hats. And now you're just sort of working like further up, higher up in the business and staying in the same one. That's so encouraging. And that leads into this next question. We're customer obsessed here at ATCO Energy. How does your role contribute to that customer obsession?
Making sure that where we spend our time is what we say is important, which is our customers. So we get very distracted in any organization with different projects and all these side, and bringing it back to why are we here, which are the customers, and where you spend your time is what you say is important. So making sure that we have the right focus, we're making the right decisions for the business, but also making sure that we're watching out for our customers, bringing value to them. And I believe that we are the best retailer in Alberta, and they're better off with us. We're going to give them the best customer experience. So let's go get them and keep them, and continue to build the great ATCO brand name that we have in the market that we were able to leverage early on from gas and electric.
I mean, and that customer session started from day one. Is there what was the first phone call that you got? First customer phone call you ever got? So
when we walk through the repatriation, which is, I think, the most exciting, most emotionally charged project I've ever worked, we were sitting waiting for the first call, and M. Noonan took it, and it was a billing inquiry. but watching every person on the side of their seats, watching this call, and we finally did it. And that customer was happy. The advisor was very happy. And we were cheering and yelling in the room because we didn't want the customer to hear. But that's been such a special moment that has stuck me through some hard days when, we all have our challenges, but understanding what we're doing is special. That moment, we continue to develop those moments every day with customers. And we make a difference. I hear it every day on the phone where the customer thanks us for caring or going the extra mile. We see it in some of the reviews we get. How people are treated every day matters.
Oh my goodness. I love that. I love that the picture you've painted there. The people just someone calling in, hey, how's my bill doing? And you're just everyone in the background is just ecstatic, cheering, we did it. This is a huge accomplishment. I think that really captures a lot of ATCO energy. Is there a project or challenge or milestone that you're especially proud of? Any fun memories that still make you smile?
There's a few. So, of course, I spoke a little bit about that first call and the pride we've seen there, but there's been a lot. I think, number one, as we grew, we had some exciting changes. We had 10 people working our evergreens manually. We were able to automate that and not only just, eliminate roles, but those people could work on more value add things for the customers. I think about when we launched Salesforce for the first time. I think about when we launched our first website. We've came a long way, Lucas. We've came a long way from everybody thinking it's submitted and us doing it. I think about the marketers submitting paper contracts to us and thinking DocuSign was the best thing that ever happened to us. So there's been some great small moments. Our first graduation really stands out for me.
Of course, yeah.
So I could give you a million.
Where was that first graduation?
It was in our contact center, but we decided early on we were going to make it really special. So I don't think most contact centers, have everybody dress up and do headshots, and our team leads talk about each person personally. Our executive team at the time and still now today come and speak and welcome them and bring it all home. So that's the extra piece of when we bring them in the door, we say, you're our employee, we're going to treat you this way. And it's not something we just talk about, we deliver on it, and it's how we spend our time. So it's a pretty big moment for them, and we get a lot of really good feedback about, how that makes them feel. And that's a big moment in their career as well. Yeah,
of course. It's always so special to feel celebrated, feel welcomed in that way. And it feels like a real graduation to the same note. I mean, I think you talked a lot about how the company's evolved over your time here, and it sounds like a lot. I mean, and just think about how many trees we saved by
yes.
by introducing DocuSign. So great for the environment too. I love that. But what excites you most about the future of ATCO Energy?
Our people focus as well. I think that we have had better strategy and more planning than I've ever seen since I've been here. And our ability to execute has been shortened probably by half. We get better and better. And I think that's due to our people and the investment we've made in either their upskilling or their training. But I've seen an evolution. A project used to take us 18 months is, a 3-5 month project, and we're even getting better now. So the level of bench strength I've seen. So when I was first here, our team used to be bombarded with industry questions to the point that was a part-time job for somebody, where now we've kept these individuals for, 5 or 6 years, and they've built knowledge outside of their existing role and are able to manage projects through that knowledge. So we have a lot of bench strength that I've never seen. So I'm really excited to see, as we hire people or I see new stars come in other teams, I've had the privilege to watch them grow and become the leaders that I seen walk in the door. So I always say they're still coming in the door. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. And the new ideas that those new people bring, it's so amazing. And our young people coming in is some of what they believe is possible is just amazing to me.
Oh, I love that. So you're just seeing people get better and better as time goes on, people are not only getting more efficient, they're getting more knowledge. They're becoming these juggernauts of strength. And I love to hear that. And I mean, you sort of touched on that a little bit, but what advice would you give to someone who's like, first day in the door, here's what you should know?
I always say to everyone on my team, so if they watch this, they'll agree, is be curious. Understand how this business works. Because what differentiates us is understanding the business, not we can hire someone to close a work queue or we can hire someone to talk to a customer. But what makes that difference is understanding the industry holistically, what we're trying to do as an organization. So I think just being curious and understanding just outside of what your realm is, I think grows individuals' careers pretty quickly. But I say this to every person who comes in my door and to every training class, is culture is very important to here, important to ATCO Energy. And how we've kept that alive from that very first class is making sure that you spend the time and continue doing the things that made us, which is caring about people, caring about their safety, living our values every day in every meeting. And I always say, why did you move, Amanda? Is after that first class, when I was making that decision, I had worked with 3 advisors, Robin, Patricia, and Ricky. And when I walked in the door, the way that they made me feel like I was part of the team made the decision to move. And I want every single person who gets hired through my contact center to feel that way when they walk in the door every day. So that's always my goal with every introduction. Our team leads interaction with people is when they open that door and walk through, do they feel like they are part of this team? And it's kind of how we just live every day. And if you stick with that playbook, success will follow.
Curiosity and an incredible culture have made an incredible team. My goodness, that is amazing. I love to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And now to end things on kind of a fun note here, I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
You bet.
High stress. This is the most stressful part.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
I agree with that. Controversial food opinion?
Most of our food is poison.
Yeah, there you go. Best superpower?
My energy.
Oh, love that. Hidden talent.
I am an extremely fast reader.
Oh, I love that. Yes. A song that always energizes you.
Anything by Pitbull.
Yes. That's Mr. Worldwide, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I love Mr. Worldwide. There we go. Hobby.
Sports.
Ooh, what sport?
Softball.
Nice. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Heck yeah. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We're just going back and looking at like ATCO's past 10 years. What an incredible ride it's been. Thank you so much for taking that ride with us. And thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you for having me, Lucas. Appreciate it.